Okay, people, it's October the 23rd. It's about 9 p.m. Back out here on the road, out here in Rosemont. And I had been gone for like 4 weeks because I was in an accident. And the accident had me off the road and I couldn't get out this way, but a lot of things didn't happen with the Kenneka Jenkins case since that time. And one of the things that happened a few days ago was that Rosemont police officially closed the case. I didn't see any protesters out tonight. I think the city really, Rosemont really did crack down, and they used the noise ordinance as their main weapon, I guess, to quiet the people down. And the weather is changing too. It's starting to get colder. It's like 54 degrees out here. They probably was a crowd out here earlier. They might have left, but maybe tomorrow I'll get a chance to see better if I'm out here at an earlier time. I did mention in one of my videos about how high this thing can go up. Some people mentioned that the owner of the hotel is close friends with the current president. And that's just one thing. But as I suspected, living in this city and once working a job where, you know, it was a political job working with the county, and it was dealing with law enforcement and stuff like that, I got to see the other side, the dirtiness of the politics and how things work, and how if you know somebody, you can get this and that no matter what your background is. And that's the way things work. That's the way things work in this county. And as this one lady, I think her name is pt7, she's on top of her shit. She's finding out a lot. Some of the information that she's putting out, that she's comparing it to with other things that's happening, is too deep for some people to understand. But this one black brother is on top of it, and I understand everything that she's putting out and that she's comparing it with. And for some people, unfortunately, their mind is not deep enough to comprehend and try to understand what this lady is putting out. pt7, she's really dedicated, and not only her, I have to send out big shots to this dude named Straight Drop. Straight Drop is he's putting out a lot of good details, information as well. But like I said in one of my videos before it got cut off, I ran out of memory. This thing is connected to a lot of big people besides just some street level thugs or whatever that's, you know, that you would see in your average neighborhood on the corner or whatever. This thing is big. It's a lot of power players. One of the other YouTubers by the name of pt7 kind of put the pieces together, but I already suspected it just from being here and knowing how things operate. And I mentioned in one of my videos that they are building a baseball stadium out here, and I kind of wonder if some of these people that she mentioned had anything to do with the contract to build that stadium. Now, like I said, you know, the Crown Plaza is right behind where this baseball stadium at, and then, you know, they looking for a headquarters for this Amizon thing that's connected into this thing some kind of way. And like I said, you know, I wouldn't have been surprised if it led to some elected officials. As far as the business portion of it, I didn't, you know, think too much about that. But thanks to a couple of good YouTubers, they did put some pieces together with that. But I always did feel like it would lead up to some people that know directly, some people that we actually vote for, not just on a local level, but on a national level. So that then came out. And then unofficially, I just like to say that talking to some people on the street that's kind of like old schoolers, old timers, that's about the street life. I can't confirm it. I can't confirm it. But one dude said that at least 5 people then got knocked off on the street just for running their mouth too much about this thing that may have knew something big. And that's what this person told me, you know, 5 people. And like I said, I can't confirm it. I don't know if it's true. A lot of time when you talk to people, people like to add a little extra to make it sound good, to make themselves feel important. But, you know, this one guy was saying that at least 5 people then got knocked off, you know, for running their mouth. Now, I don't know how true that is, but in Chicago, there's so many people dying that if this was true, they could just be wrote off as a statistic. You know, they could just be wrote off real easy and be like, okay, well, they was just another victim of the violence, you know. But this thing is much bigger than what we thought. I think everybody that knows and follows this case knows that it was much bigger than what the media led us to believe, and it's all coming out. The thing is, how hard are they getting ready to push it? And there are politicians involved in this shit because they're trying to strive for some goals, and they couldn't have this incident tarnishing their record. So it is what that is with that. I think I gotta move right quick. I might try to finish this video up, but it's a whole lot bigger. Everybody suspected it, but when I found out, you know, that some of the business people that's involved with, you know, doing things, making millions of dollars with millions of dollars of contracts with the city, with the county, with the state, and even out here with Rosemont, is plugged in with some of them people that was in that room that night. And I don't think I want to say too much more about that shit. But that's what it is. I didn't see no protesters. And the protesters had an effect, because as I was driving through here, I saw a white dude just looking at the you know, walking down the sidewalk, just looking at the place as he was walking. Like, sometimes, you know, people's body expressions can say a lot. And the way he looked as he was walking, it was like, oh, this is the place. You know, he just had that look on his face, like, apparently. So the word has gotten out, you know, and I'm glad to see that there's other people that's aware. You never know what kind of strings could be pulled still to bring some people to justice, as well as some of these crooked ass fucking politicians out here where we at. So with that, I'm signing off. I'll try to come up with another update tomorrow, see something.